it's loose again.
You're loose again. That's why I usually have it hang downward, because then you don't have that problem. The dicks don't go in as far.
Winter is coming.
That's gross.
All right, I think we're good.
You think? Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't want to step on the dog, though. Hello, and welcome to...
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Well, I guess since you're here...
Pull up a chair. Stick around.
Yeah. Because we got a doozy of a show for you.
Anything you want to talk about?
Let us know in the comments.
Well, if they're here, why would they need to let us know in the comments?
Let us know and to our faces. No. This is Jay and Mark number 20. We've made it to episode number 20.
Yeah, that'd be the right direction.
You look like you're doing... Don't throw any gang signs up. We don't want to send the wrong message or get ourselves in trouble.
I don't know how to do the gang signs.
I'm pretty sure you just did like 3.
Well, I was trying to... I know.
I'm pretty sure that's 1, 2, stop it.
Sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Now I feel bad. Okay.
It's cool. But yes, this is episode number 20, and I am Mark, and this is Jay.
That's correct. That's who I am.
This really isn't going to be very special.
Yes,
it
is
our 20th episode, which is kind of like a...
It's going to be
deal.
super special.
But, I don't know. Maybe it will. Who knows?
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yes. But, yeah, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
What do you want to start with? Get Game of Thrones out of the way?
No. I remembered what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
What's that?
Sex. And women.
Okay, cool.
And pissed off men. And how you can find just about anything on Google.
All right, so you gave us a little synopsis. We're all enthralled. Where would you like to start, sir?
All right, let's go to Game of Thrones.
That's
I'm
it?
just kidding.
That's all you have to say?
No, here's the thing. I keep feeling like I'm going to step on the dog.
Maybe you are.
Because he's right. Okay. So, okay. How do I want to start this?
Because like Mom.
I need
Mom
to
does
proceed
that
with
stuff, too.
caution here. So I found out that there's a lot of men online that are searching for the exact same thing that I did a search for, which led to other things.
Oh yeah.
I want to know. Well, I did a search online, which led me, like I said, to other searches online, and then I kind of got irritated because I noticed there's a lot of posts online from whether it's like magazine articles or whatever it is. And then, okay, I'm kind of everywhere right now, so let me
turn the fan
get
down
this
because
together.
It's too windy.
So, Walter, I'm sorry. I keep stepping on this. Pause.
I'm just glad he's passed out.
Okay. So, I did the search online, which led to other searches, and then it led to me getting even more frustrated about other things that I wasn't even searching in the first place.
Yes.
And the one thing that I noticed is there are a lot of articles and things online that talk about how men should be doing this in relationships and men should be doing that in relationships, and why aren't men doing this and that, and all kinds of other things. But out of everything that I started reading and looking at, I noticed I wasn't finding a whole lot on why women shouldn't be doing this and women shouldn't, or women, why, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I noticed that there's not a lot of articles about things women should be doing in a relationship. It's all about men should be doing this and men should be doing that. Instead
I'm
of,
sure they're out there. It's just they're few and far between.
yeah, but you have to search like pages and pages of all the shit men are doing wrong to find one article about, hey, women, why don't you do this to make your man happy? It's only, the majority of it is, hey, men, you should be doing this to make your girl happy.
Yes.
Okay. That's,
and like I always see things like, what's wrong with this picture? And like the guy is standing on the inside of the sidewalk instead of the outside of the sidewalk, and the girl's on the outside of the sidewalk. Like he should be there to get hit by a car, or if somebody like tries to like.
Oh, you mean like who's in which position?
Yeah, like when they're walking down the sidewalk and shit next to the road, and I'm just thinking like.
Well,
I never even thought about that. Like, who thinks about a car just randomly plowing into them while they're walking down the street and shit? Like, I mean, I'm sure I've thought about it, but
well, when the day comes and you have children, you'll think about that more, because I always think about that, like when I'm walking with kids.
Is that really going to make a difference? We're both still going to get fucking slammed into a car,
right?
But I guess she could survive. She has more of a chance of surviving if she's behind me. I understand why they're saying it. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking, like, I never even like thought of that until I saw this shit on the internet.
Well, no, you're right. But
and like dudes used to put like their coats over top of puddles and shit. Like, you're gonna ruin your fucking coat, so just walk around it. Right? Just walk the fuck around it.
Yeah, that's never made much sense to me either. I've never understood that. But whatever.
Jesus.
Now, I found a lot of articles written about the things men should be doing in relationships. And I've given this a lot of thought.
Okay.
Because it really did hit me the wrong way. It may have just been the mood I was in when I was searching for the original thing I was searching for. And it might have just hit me the wrong way.
Just right place, right time.
Or wrong place, wrong time. However you want to look at it.
Yeah.
But, and I got to thinking about why is it that men should be doing all of this stuff for women when a relationship is supposed to be an equal partnership? Now, I'm sure that most of the people listening have already figured out that I was probably searching something to do with sex in a relationship. If you haven't figured that out by now.
Yeah, it's come up quite a few times throughout the last 20 episodes.
And if you've heard some of my rants in previous episodes, you know that that's where I'm going with this. But
most likely.
I want to know why it's always up to the man to make the woman feel sexy, or make the woman feel comfortable, or make the woman feel this, or make the woman, or put a woman into this mood before you try anything, or make sure the woman is this, or make sure your woman is that. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you.
I mean, I kind of see what you're saying.
Here's the thing.
I don't quite understand.
I'm going to elaborate.
Please.
I got something on my hand.
After he gets his shit off his hand.
It would have driven me nuts every time I looked at it if I didn't. But here's the thing. Relationships are a partnership. And I know when I mentioned this to you earlier, you had said the whole, what did you refer to it as? The whole women's liberation.
Oh, like gender equality and shit.
Gender equality.
Like, it seems like most feminists say don't even understand what equality really is.
Right. And you're absolutely right, because in relationships, it's supposed to be equal. If the woman wants something or needs something, yes, I agree that it is the man's job in that relationship to try and take care of that woman and her needs and her wants. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if a man wants something out of a relationship, whether it be sex, in my case, I really want a new guitar, or just whatever. Whatever it is.
You want that out of the relationship?
No, I don't want that out of a relationship. I just wanted to throw that in
Damn
case.
it, bitch, buy me a guitar.
In case my girlfriend decides to listen.
Christmas is coming up in a few months. In
Surprise for me.
6 months.
Anyway, so relationships are a partnership, and if the woman in the relationship needs something or wants something and she can't get it on her own, it's the partner's job to help her do that, whether it be something physical or she just needs something done around the house or taking out the trash or fixing a doorknob or sex or fixing a doorknob.
You got a lot of broken doorknobs. Are you having sex with the doorknobs?
No.
Okay.
What I'm saying
I
is
saw a connection.
Relationships are a partnership. You need to have equal responsibility in a relationship. And if your woman needs something, do your best to give it to her.
Yeah. Because, like, in most cases in relationships, like, women, they don't, when it comes to not putting out, you know what I mean? They don't feel like it, or they don't feel sexy, or whatever it is. But, like, okay, you understand that. Just understand that I do want to have sex. You know what I mean?
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Right. And, well, and we talked about this part earlier as well. Okay. See, I don't want to put all of this on women, so I'm going to reverse it a little bit. But I'm also going to say that I don't think you will ever find a relationship where if the woman that you're in love with wants something, the man's just going to blow it off and say, no, you don't need that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So when a man says to his wife or his girlfriend or whoever it is that he's with, or man, depending on what kind of relationship you're in, says, I need this from you, who the fuck are you to say, no, you can't have that? Okay, here's the deal. When a relationship comes down to somebody holding something over top of somebody else and keeping them going after it like they're dangling it on a string,
yeah,
that's when the relationship is almost over.
Yeah.
Because you can't have that in a relationship. If the woman comes to me, if my girlfriend comes to me and says, hey, I need this or I need that, I'm going to say, okay, how do we get you this or that? I'm not going to say, no, you don't need that.
Yeah. No, I understand.
So why would you come to me, or if I come to you and I say, I need this or I need that, why would you say, no, you don't need that? You don't know what I need and what I don't need. Especially when I've needed it for a long time.
Yeah. And this need of yours is sex, obviously.
You're right.
And let's just not beat around the bush. But
giggity.
And I'm sure you didn't go into the relationship not stating that in some way. That like sex is a big part of the deal.
Right from the beginning, it was very clear by my actions that sex was a huge deal for me.
Yeah, by your actions, but like, when those conversations over the phone or those talks you guys have and shit, like early in the relationship, like when sex talks finally come up and you express like what you like and what you don't like and shit, I'm sure, because I know I always talk about how I'm a very sexual person. I like to have sex on at least a somewhat regular basis.
Right. No, you're correct.
I'm usually upfront about it.
It wasn't so
at some
much
point.
of a discussion of, well, I like this and I like that, and you like this and you like that, so let's put those things together and take care of what we want to do. It was more of a, this is what I did, this is what she did, and this is how we did it.
Okay, and that's how you continued to do it, and it was pretty much like an unspoken agreement of like, this is how we like to do it.
For the most part, yeah. There were things that we did that gradually over time decided to, that's the wrong word, because I didn't decide for it to not happen anymore. But over time, just didn't happen anymore.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. That was just funny the way you said it.
Just didn't happen anymore. And then it led into, now this doesn't happen anymore. And then from that point, I got used to, okay, well, this thing's not happening anymore. And then, you know, the sex is still there. And then now all of a sudden, this thing isn't happening anymore. And then I get to that point where I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. As long as I'm still making love to my girlfriend, I don't need this, and this to happen.
Yeah, but I mean, didn't you see the pattern there? Like, where did you see what it was leading up
And then
to?
the next time, I can't do this now. Or she won't do this now. And now nothing's happening. Now nothing's happening now.
Yeah.
I would like to go back to the beginning where it just didn't fucking matter. When, if she was doing something that felt good to me, it felt good to me. Let's do it. If I was doing something that felt good to her, let's fucking do it.
But, I mean, isn't that kind of didn't that kind of not work? Obviously. It didn't work out in the end. You know what I mean? Maybe the problem there was the lack of communication. There's obviously somewhere in there.
There didn't seem to be a problem at the time when those things were happening. There was no discussion of, I don't like that. There was no discussion of, do it this way. There was no discussion of, you know, let's.
I'm not just saying that, but maybe there was some, I don't know what word I'm looking for here, but some misunderstandings, or like, you know what I mean? Just like
well,
I'm losing my train of thought here.
Yeah, no, there wasn't a whole lot of discussion about things that happened in between the sheets. It was just the things that happened in between the sheets. And things that were okay in the beginning all of a sudden weren't happening anymore. And then it got to the point where those things that had started to slow down, or things that were missing, are, I don't know the word I'm looking for either, but they're just...
It's hard to understand because I'm not, you and her.
Okay, let me sum all this up real quick. When there's too many rules involved in having sex with the person that you're in love with, that shit's over.
No. Because then it becomes like a job or like school or something.
Right. And when it gets to the point where I can't even suggest sex without the other person getting irritated that I even asked for
it shouldn't be
15 minutes, 20 minutes of their time.
It just shouldn't be that stressful of a situation.
It absolutely shouldn't be. It should be, hey,
that feeling you get like when you know you got to talk to your parents about something you don't want to talk to them about.
Yeah.
Like that feeling of dread.
Yep.
Like that is not a good feeling to have in a relationship.
Right.
I'm not trying to like sway you one way or another or anything. I'm just saying like that I know what you're talking about.
Right. And you're
That's
right.
not healthy for a relationship.
Right.
And
you're right.
To not want to talk to your partner. You know what I mean? Well, not so much talk to her, but to dread
bringing up that subject.
Something as simple as that.
When a subject like sex becomes taboo in a relationship between two people that love each other that it was never like that before,
Yeah.
that's when you know you have a serious problem.
Yeah, I can.
A serious problem. And there's, going back to what I started to say, there's a lot of things on the internet that will tell you that in most cases, what that stems from. And those things piss me off. Got me so freaked out, worried, and frustrated to the point where I was just ready to fucking lose my mind.
All these reasons behind why this sort of thing happens usually?
Because they're fucking somebody else.
Ooh. Is that the only reason?
It's not the only reason, but that's the biggest reason. It's because that person has started fucking somebody else and they've lost interest in the relationship with you.
Now, I mean, that's a pretty big conclusion to jump to, but I mean, like, I know you're going by like statistics and shit,
right?
Probably. So, but what are the other reasons?
Well, the other reasons are, in a lot of cases, the women just aren't comfortable with themselves. They've gotten. There's all kinds of reasons that I don't want to just come out and say,
like stuff that has
things,
nothing to do with you and is completely like something to
right.
do with,
It's all
it's
something
on their head.
Yeah, it's exactly
like I don't feel sexy, or
right.
Or maybe they conceived it in their mind that they've gotten fat for some reason, or
right,
like something that you're just like, I can't do anything about
all
that.
kinds
like,
of
what
reasons.
am I supposed to do?
Exactly. There's all kinds of reasons, but at the same time, just because you think you've put on some weight, or just because you think that you don't feel sexy, or you don't look sexy, or you don't this, or you don't that, or you have a fucking headache again, or whatever the excuse is, in my mind, is, I don't know if it's the correct term, but it's I'm going to use Joey's term from Friends. It's a moot point.
A moot point, you know, it's like a cow's opinion.
Right. Instead of moot point, it's a moo point. It doesn't fucking matter, because you know what? What it boils down to is, I think you're sexy. I think you're beautiful. And
Obviously,
I understand,
because I'm wanting to
and
fuck
I
you.
understand that you need to feel that way too, but you won't even give me the opportunity to make you feel that way, because you won't let me touch you. You won't let me kiss you. You won't let me put my arms around you.
No. And like usually what they mean by make me feel sexy is like a grand gesture of some sort. Like you go like all out for like a date night or something, or like,
yeah, but you know what?
buy her some big expensive gift.
But
or some
I can't
shit.
afford to do that a couple times a week just so that I can make love to my girlfriend.
No, I understand, but like that kind of stuff is just like, to me,
a grand gesture is great. It's wonderful.
No,
and
I'm
you're
not
right.
saying that you should
I
do
think it's a
something like
great way to get a woman in the mood. But just for an example, if you're sitting on the couch watching TV and the opportunity's there, you're not doing anything else but sitting on the couch watching TV, and I'm not referring to just her, I'm referring to the male also.
Just you guys in general have
if you
have no obligation.
Yeah, if there's nothing to do right now, and one of the parties says, "You want to fool around?" and the other party says, "No,"
like immediately,
and the
like,
other
think
party
about it.
says, "Why not?" and the other party says, "Because I don't feel like it." Now I'm mad. Maybe you don't feel like it, but I do. And this is something that I need out of this relationship. And here again, not every day, maybe not even every other day,
Yeah.
but at least once or twice a week would be wonderful.
No, I see what you're saying.
So, yeah, I can't afford to buy you jewelry every time I want to have sex. I can't afford to run out to the grocery store or whatever and buy a fucking cake. I can't go get you flowers every time I want to make love to my girlfriend. So what kind of grand gesture exactly do you need to get you into the mood? You want me to come down naked and just do the helicopter with my ding dong?
I don't think that's a grand gesture. You don't have to do the fucking.
It's pretty grand. It is pretty grand. But my point is.
Well, and I wasn't saying that like
we might
that's
have
what they want or that's what you
we
need.
might have
most people think that, but like that shouldn't be the case. Like the case is like why don't you feel sexy like this? Do you think don't you find me attractive? Like why do you have to feel fucking sexy in the first place to find me attractive and want to fuck me? You know what I mean? Like I could be covered in shit. Like I could feel so down on myself, you know what I mean, at the moment, and just hate myself. And if she was like, hey, you know, and like was like doing stuff to get me in the mood, I would fuck my girlfriend, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Why do you feeling sexy, why does that have anything to do with how you feel about me and what you like? I can see their reasoning behind it.
Could you imagine?
Like, there's ways to get out of that.
Can you imagine if the roles were reversed?
Oh my god!
And it was a guy's problem, where every time a woman came to a man and said, "Hey, do you want to?" No, I feel fat.
I could not imagine that. But that would be fucking hilarious.
Hey, do you want to you know, we ain't got nothing going on right now. You want to go upstairs and have sex? And the man says, No, I'm good.
Why not? Oh, I just don't feel like it.
Yeah, I don't feel like it. So instead, I'm going to sit here on my phone and do whatever it is that I want to do.
That's what I feel like.
All right.
doing.
Well, okay. So here, let's not refer to sex. I'm gonna be your girlfriend for a second. No, you know what? You're gonna be my girlfriend for a second.
I don't know. Okay, I was a little bit more comfortable with the first scenario.
Ask me if I'd like to take out the trash.
You think you could take out the trash?
No, I just don't feel like it. Could you imagine if every time a woman asked you to do something, if you just said, no, you know what? I just don't feel like it.
Yeah. But I mean,
how long? No, hold on. How long would a woman put up with that bullshit?
Not very long.
Right. That woman, after
the first time, they probably like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right. Will you take out the trash? No, I don't feel like it. Okay. Well, would you help me with the dishes? You know what? No, I don't feel like it. Would you? Would you want to run down and get us something to eat? You know what, babe?
Nah.
No, I don't think so.
I
really don't think so. I don't think that I want to do that right now.
No,
well, why not? You know what?
Will you change the kid's diaper, please?
Yeah. You know what? No, I really don't want to do that.
I did it last time.
Yeah. I did it myself last time, too.
What the fuck does that mean? You're disgusting.
Exactly. And that's how these conversations go. But like I said, could you imagine...
This has been Matt Archer Theater with Dan Mark.
But like I said, could you imagine if every time a woman asked you to do anything, you were just like, no, I don't feel like it right now.
I just now, like, you know, I've been feeling kind of fat.
Or
I don't want to do that.
Would you take out the trash? You know what? No, I don't like doing that.
What? Neither do I.
So what do we do?
You take out the trash.
No, I just don't feel like it.
I took it out last week.
I just don't want to.
All right. Well, okay, I see what you're saying.
That woman would not stick around for very fucking long. But do you know why?
No, she wouldn't.
Do you know why? If you flip that back around, why men just hang on and hang on and hang on and hang on, hoping that she'll take out the fucking trash? You know why?
Why?
Because men want vagina.
Men do want vagina.
And
That's true. I think there's other reasons, but I think that's a big reason for it. I think eventually, like, men love that woman so much that like and eventually they're so much older, they're like, well, I can't get back in the game, and I love her, you know. Like,
well, okay. Let me rephrase.
And they
men
just have
like
miserable marriages.
Men and some men don't like using the term making love. They'll just say sex or fucking or whatever it is that they say. But men, this is what I should have said. It's not the vagina. It is the vagina, but in a different way.
The vagina.
It's men like
Vagina.
making love to their woman. And when a woman won't give it to them, it pisses them off. Flip it around. Women don't give a fuck. Women don't give a fuck about what their man needs. They don't give a fuck. But yet, we're supposed to. Even when they don't, we're supposed to.
I mean, I think in the end, they give a fuck if, like, really it doesn't affect them. You know what I mean? Like, if a dude wants to watch a movie or something, you know what I mean, in his room, or like if he wants to, it just things, you know what I mean. But like when it comes to their body and shit like that, they're a little more stern. Not every woman, obviously. Like I'm sure we know at least one in our past that is not the hardiest of women. I don't know if hardiest is the right word, but I forget what my point was there. But I mean, I'm sure there's, when it comes to like, there's a difference in a way when it comes to stuff like that, because like when it comes to sex, like do you want, if you flip the situation, do you want, depending on the size of your penis, a 3-inch rod going up your ass, or a 5-inch rod, or in cases of Doug, an 8-inch rod? I'm just kidding. He's black.
You said JJ wrong, but anyway.
JJ. Oh yeah, in the case of JJ's rod, a big 13-inch Italian sausage. I measured all of these. I'm just kidding. I'm joshing.
Well, okay.
But
like
you see my point,
what I started to say was men.
But that's not going to feel good for you.
Men,
for them, it does actually feel good, and they do supposedly like that sort of thing. You know,
men put up with this stuff for a whole lot longer than a woman ever would, because they want to eventually, whether it be a week down the road, 2 weeks down the road, 3 weeks down the road, they know, because it's already happened in that same pattern, that eventually she's going to give in. But
so you're saying like she almost holds out for as long as she can, and then gives it up, and then she's like, cool, I got another like 7 months. I only said 7 months because I had a spat there for a while that went on for 7 months.
But if I said no to everything that my girl asked me to do, every time she asked me to do something, if I said, no, I just don't feel like it, she's not going to stick around. Yeah. Because women don't give a fuck.
Well, I think women have it a lot easier, too, when it comes to finding someone new.
Right. And that's kind of where I'm going with this.
And I'm sure women would fucking say, no, we don't.
Women have a lot easier time.
I think they have a much easier time of finding a new dude than a dude.
Women have a much easier time saying, if you won't do it, I can get that guy to do it.
Yep. Because I can dangle it in front of his face, you know.
Because he's never had it before. And he don't know how fucking good it is.
Yep.
And he doesn't know yet that in another...
I can do the exact same thing. Give it to him for a while and then take it away.
And he doesn't know that in 6 months, I'm going to cut him off too.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But that buys her 6 months to however many years.
Like a lot.
Come on, man. You're making my job difficult. Then stop talking about it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to stop talking about it.
I mean, yeah.
Because
the only way to edit a lot of this out is to edit all of it out. And then there's the whole fucking episode probably at this point.
Because I went off saying more shit than what I should have. But
I understand, but I guess you'll have to be there with me to edit. Or I can just put it out there and hope for the best. This could be the one, man, that breaks us. And you're fucking it up.
Anyway,